Maybe you want to start producing high quality, professional sounding vocals from your home studio. Or, maybe you want to elevate your home studio that you currently have with fresh and new professional gear. Hang out with me in the studio today and I will teach you the things that I have learned with many, many years with vocals. Come on! So I was thinking, what is the number one area of expertise that I have spent the most time with? And I realized that is vocals. I started very young, around age of 8 or something like that, with my dad in his home studio, and it just really never stopped from there. There are some things that I have learned over the years that I think could be very helpful for you guys. There will be 3 different categories, so that would be beginner, intermediate, and the pro level. There's something for everyone. All of the gear that I will mention today will be linked down below, so you easily can find it. The links are affiliated. By buying the stuff through the links, you will help support my channel, so that is very appreciated. If you like music gear, ambient music, live looping performances, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, don't forget that. Vocals can be very scary and hard for many people, I would know. And I think what makes it so hard is that it actually is an organic instrument. And we are very eager to hear the smallest details in an organic instrument. If something is off or it isn't right, it feels out of tune or something like that. But I think that's very, very important to mention here is that everything that has to do with music production comes down to taste. I love the video when Phineas is actually talking about this here.
And then he said, listen, it's really important that you understand the delineation between the correct way to do something and whether you like it or not. Everyone in the music world is going to tell you why you did something incorrectly. There's, oh, that's too loud, that's too this, that's too this. And he was like, it's really important to like something or not like it, because your taste is what really matters. And it's also going to be your greatest defense. Even if it was an accident, if you like how it sounds, then it's the correct way, because taste is everything.
So that's it. Music has no really rules. It has guidelines. It's just important to note that if you buy a certain type of gear, it doesn't mean that you can't make some kind of music with that microphone because it's supposed to be used for this or that. There are several artists that has released music with the shittiest kind of gear. It just works because it's all about taste. It's a field that you can really experiment in and find the things that work best for you. For vocals, I am using the Neumann U87 condenser microphone. Let's go check it out. Let's see what it says. So the Neumann U87. The U87 is probably the best known and most common Neumann studio microphone. It got great quality. That's it. So when buying a microphone like this, I suppose you will never have to upgrade a microphone ever again. I got a stereo pair of these because when I have them both, I can create beautiful stereo recordings from instruments or vocals or something like that. If you want to go pro, you want something that the professionals use, I could definitely recommend this one. It's absolutely crisp, beautiful, and awesome. I'm very aware that this comes with a price tag. This is not a microphone that I would ever start out with because it's just too expensive. So I'm gonna give you some options here that you can choose from. I use these Beyerdynamic DT250. These are closed back microphones. Here they are. The DT250 is a lightweight, closed-back dynamic headphone that is designed especially for tough studio applications. Some people prefer open back headphones when mixing. These are great for recording vocals because they won't leak any sound. They're really durable and closed, so that's good. There are so many others that are equally as good or even better. I'm gonna give you some options here. I know it sounds pretty basic, like why would you spend money on a mic stand? Well, there are reasons for it. When using a mic stand, you want it to be solid. I don't want you to run and buy a mic stand in your grocery store, okay? Because it won't do you good, especially not in the long run. You want something that is durable, solid, that won't shake, that won't die on you, that won't break. If you spend hundreds of dollars on a microphone, I am guessing you don't want it to fall over and break on your floor because you didn't buy a good quality mic stand. Just trust me on this one. It don't have to be like super expensive, but just avoid the cheap ones that are just not doing you any good, okay? I have seen microphones fall over and break. Don't do that. A good quality microphone stand, please. Just do it. The same goes for cables, okay? If you buy crap cables, in this case XLR cables, eventually they are gonna break. I don't care if you're in the studio or on a stage. This is not that expensive to go from crap to good quality. Just invest in the good stuff straight away. That's my recommendation to you. The next thing that I want to talk about is a pop filter. Yes. When starting out, I understand that you wouldn't get why this is necessary. Like, why am I supposed to use this? This is why. That is air. When you sing, there is air coming out, right? The sounds that you make when singing that produce the most air will be picked up into the mic if you don't prevent them to. And this is why you use the pop filter. It will soften the blow, basically. In that case, when you sing things like they won't be picked up in the mic and it will sound beautiful and not like that. You see that it's just a net in front of it. There are different kinds of materials in these. You don't actually need something fancy here, just something that prevents the air coming through. The one that I particularly use is this, K&M. I can show you some different alternatives right here. There's really so many options when it comes to treatments. I decided to get an acoustic treatment for my microphone. This is very low budget and very, very simple, but it does the work. If you have a small room like I do, one tip would be to neutralize the reflections coming from over your head and under your feet. That's a very cheap way to just make a big difference. Acoustic treatment is an entire science, so that's a huge area that you can just learn and experiment with forever. My suggestion to you is to use what you have at home. If you know you're gonna record an album, a single, wherever, just use what you have. Blankets, pillows, couch pillows. In my previous apartments, I've been singing in my closet. Fabric is a great absorber when it comes to sound. Well, just get a long XLR cable and run it through the house or whatever and sing in a closet. Just use what you have. This is the trick. You don't need the fancy stuff, especially not in the beginning. So that is my number one tip when it comes to acoustic treatment. topic we need to talk about when it comes to vocals. To be able to process your recordings, you're gonna need an interface. I'm gonna show you a little bit on what I have at the moment and some tips for you that could be useful if you're thinking about buying. This is the one that I use. It's called Mackie Pro FX6 V3. This is an interface that has some different features. You can high cut and low cut the frequencies, and you can use the FX, which are here, that are built in. Honestly, I don't really use them that much, but if you are thinking about it, it could be something for you. Interfaces are made for a bunch of different needs, so make sure to find the interface that works for your workflow. It could be that if you're only a singer-songwriter, you would probably tops need 2 inputs ever when you record music. If you're a drummer wanting to record drums, you're gonna need a lot more inputs to be able to mic your drum kit, for example. It all depends on what you need in your studio. Here are my top options for you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know that you enjoy this kind of content. Make sure to watch this video as well, because it's probably going to be interesting for you.